Tuesday the 6th of May, and the topics are surface area of prisms, surface area of cones and spheres, and pressure. So start off, surface area just means the outside of the shape. So if I look at this triangular prism, I'm going to have this face here, we'll call that A, and there's going to be a face at the back, B, which will be exactly the same. So let's work out those. So A and B, well, a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So that'll be 9 times 12 over 2, which gives me 54. But there's 2 of them. So in total, I'm going to have 108 inches squared for A and B. Then we've got this rectangular face here, C. Base times height, 15 times 6, which is 90 inches squared. Then we've got D, which we'll call this face at the back. Now that is going to be 9 down and 6 across. 9 times 6, 54. And then there'll be a face underneath. We'll call that E. E. And that is going to be 12 times by 6, which will be 72. And once you've found the area of each of the faces, we just add them all up. So the total surface area is going to be 108 plus 90 plus 54 plus 72. Which is 324, and its area, so inches squared. Okay, now next one, we will just make a bit of space. We will have a look at this cuboid, and we'll do a similar method, labelling it really clearly so it's nice for the examiner to mark. We've got this face here, this face here, and this face here, and each of those will have an identical face at the back of them. So we'll just do face A, 9 times 16, which is 144. Then we'll do B, 4 times 9, which is 36. And then we'll do C, which will be 4 times 16, which will give me 64. Then if we add those up, 144 plus 36 plus 64 to get 244. Because they've got an identical face, each of them, if we do that times by 2, we'll get 488 feet squared. Okay, last one is our cylinder. So really similar method again. We've got 2 circular faces on the top and the bottom, and we know that the area of a circle is pi r squared, but I've got 2 of them. So that will tell me the area of this face and the face underneath. So 2 pi times 10 squared is going to be 200 pi. And I'm just going to leave that like that for now. And then we've got this curved surface area. Now this, if you imagine you're unwrapping it, would actually make a rectangle. If you took a label off a bottle of Coke and you unwrapped it, it makes a rectangular label, right? So it's base times height, but the base is going to be this measurement here, which is the circumference, 2 pi r, and the height will just be this 16 yards here, 2 pi r h. Substitute everything in, 2 pi 10 16 is going to give me 320 pi. So the total surface area for this would be 520 pi yards squared, or if it didn't want it left in terms of pi, it would be 1634 to 4 significant figures. Next thing, surface area of cones and spheres. Now, they're not going to give you this in an exam, so make sure you know it. This is your formula. Pi r squared, which represents this bottom base here, and then the pi RL is the curved surface area on the top, all you've got to do is substitute pi times 5 squared plus pi times 5, and L is this slanted height. That's what L is. So 14. So like with the volume questions that we did on Monday, you may sometimes be given the perpendicular height and you have to work out the slanted height. So just bear that in mind. You might have to do some Pythagoras. So this gives me 25 pi plus 70 pi, which will be 95 pi centimetres squared for surface area, which, if it wanted it not left in terms of pi, we'll write that as 298 centimetres squared to 3 significant figures. A sphere then, the surface area of a sphere is not that, it is 4 pi r squared. So we just need to do 4 pi times 3 squared, which will give me 36 pi centimetres squared, which I can type in and get 113 centimetres squared. Pressure. So they're going to give you that formula in the exam. But it's really important that you know that this area is just the area of the face that's in contact of the thing that the force is being made against. So we've got this prism and it's on a floor, and the pressure on the floor. So that means we're just looking at this face here. We're told the prism has a height of 3 and we're told the volume of it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to know that the volume is the area times by the cross length, so that we can find the area of this cross section. So then we can calculate the pressure. So the area is the volume, which was 18, divided by 3, which gives me 6, and that'll be metres squared. So this face has an area of 6 metres squared. So now if I've got PFA, so we're told the pressure on the floor is 75 and we want to work out the force. Force is pressure times by area. So the pressure is 75. We've just found our area to be 6. So we're doing 75 times by 6, which gives me 450 newtons.